In terms of giving feedback, one of the best exercises I ever saw that really illustrated this for me was a training that I participated in here at Ohio State, actually. Imagine this scenario. You are throwing darts at a target, but you've been blindfolded. And there are people there who can help you by giving you feedback. But here's the feedback. They're only going to boo when you miss the target, and when you hit the target, they say nothing. So imagine you're trying to do this task and you only get negative feedback, you get punished when you miss, and you get no positive feedback when you hit the target. Unfortunately, I think grading can deteriorate into this kind of a process, just pointing out errors, being critical when students miss the target, and really not giving enough positive reinforcement when students are doing something well. And if we have put ourselves in a situation where we have not enough time to do this task, or we don't have enough resources to do this task, I think that's a situation that makes this kind of feedback likely to occur. So grading without feedback is booing at misses and saying nothing for hits. And so for me, I always make a really conscious effort to be balanced and to point out both the things that I want to encourage students to do more of, as well as, instead of just criticizing places where students may have missed the mark, to direct that and to feed forward. So to give them direction so that the next time they approach this task, give them options and suggestions so that the next time they do this, that they can be a little closer to the mark.
The specific skills are practiced throughout the semester, and about the midway point, students actually will reflect the feedback I've asked them to give. I appreciate this about what you've done, and you'd be more effective if. I then too will evaluate using the same set of criteria that each week they've been building upon.
My best tip for managing grading, the most important thing, is to leave enough time for giving really meaningful feedback. And that's something that I want to be mindful of when I'm building my courses, because I have to plan and manage my time. You want to run your course, you don't want your course to run you. So early in the process, when I'm building my syllabus, thinking about when things are assigned, I want to make sure I'm giving myself enough time to give really helpful, useful, valuable feedback. If I'm teaching more than one course, I want to manage my time across the schedule so I don't have too many assignments due at one time, that I'm not really under the gun to get all of this done at one time, giving grades without giving feedback. I think that's the worst situation to be in, when you have to get through a stack of papers and you have to give grades, and it really hinders your ability to give good feedback.
They actually have a way to make rubrics in the Carmen and use those rubrics to grade a particular activity. So I use rubrics pretty much every single activity I make.
This is where I have really relied upon the expertise with UCAT. I have relied on experienced professors and other community instructors in the College of Social Work to help me figure out how I'm going to assess the quality of a midterm paper. What will my A papers look like versus my B papers versus the C papers? What is the difference? Because that's how I've grown, and I think my students appreciate when the criteria is very clear.